and his mic comes on, you gotta change it over to. You see, he's getting feedback. Alright? We'll be here in a minute. The game's gonna show up. If you see anything go wrong with the feed, let me know. And it's not up yet, but it'll be in a minute. Anyway, when it lights up, we'll go into the game, and basically you're just typing out the score every quarter. Like, tell them Marco's the one on the mic, and if anybody asks for feedback, just give it to them. Sometimes they'll log in and ask for the score. Sometimes they'll just log in and say, hey, we can't hear you. So let us know what's going on. You're like a big watchdog. Now, if my camera guy decides to show up, I'll come and switch jobs with you, and then you can go watch the game.
All right.
Reload the page.
Please support the student athletes, coaches, referees, and other fans with your cheers and good sportsmanship. Time for more fans now and students here on Game Well. The Hawks of Central League and your Mount Pleasant Panthers. At this time, we'd like to invite everyone to please stand, and those wearing hats would ask that you please remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Our first introductions this afternoon are our officials. Officiating tonight's game, this afternoon's game, are Chris Baker, Chad Vogelsang, and Tony Vandergrill. Now let's meet the starting lineup for the Hawks of Central League. Starting at guard, a 5'10" senior, number 3, Lane Campbell. At guard, 6' senior, number 10, Isaac Moeller. At forward, 6'4" senior, number 12, Evan Doyle. At forward, 6'2" senior, number 23, Jacob Frazee. And at forward, 6' senior, number 24, Jared Frisbee. Head coach Evan Swanson.
Oh, getting a little close, aren't we? Turn the camera on.
And now for your Mount Pleasant Panthers. At guard, 6' senior, number 3, Colin Hofer. At guard, 6' senior, number 10.
in the MPTV-CloseUp YouTube live stream. My name is Mark Windry. I will be commentating the game tonight as we are here live in Mount Pleasant watching the home team Mount Pleasant Panthers take on the visiting Central Lee Hawks. Kieran Cohorst and number 12, Evan Doyle for Central Lee lined up for the tip. Central Lee wins the tip. Frazee Jake now with the ball. Moeller with it. Central Lee almost loses it there, but picks it back up. Cohorst on man. Drives inside, up. Layup's good. Central Lee puts up the first two of the game. Now Mignani with it left for the Panthers. Swings it right to Mulford. Back up top to Mignani. Ida now with it, kicks it back out to Sartorius. Almost loses it, and there we go. Central Lee gets it. Number 12 inside, puts it up, no good. Mount Pleasant with the rebound. Brady Sartorius now with it, making his way up the floor. Layup is good and one. Sartorius will go to the line for one shot. Mount Pleasant shooting 75% from the line this season. Central Lee shooting a good 80%. Sartorius' first free throw is good. Mount Pleasant now winning 3-2. Campbell bobbled it around there. Gets it over to Moeller at the logo. Frazee Jake inside. Layup is no good, and Ida with the rebound. Foul called. Technical foul on the Central Lee head coach. Jordan Mignani lines up for the technical free throw for the Panthers.
Zoom in a little bit, Lim.
Mignani's free throw is good. As Mignani goes 2 for 2 from the line there, he is shooting 100% from the free throw line this season. Great work from the line there by Mignani. Sartorius now with it for Mount Pleasant. Mignani finds Ida. Back to Mignani up top for three. Shot's no good and foul called. Foul is called on Mount Pleasant under the hoop. Central Lee will take over. Score is Mount Pleasant 5, Central Lee 2. 6 minutes, 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. Stolen by Mulford. Takes it inside. Lay-in is good. Puts Mount Pleasant now up by 5, and Central Lee will take over. In the corner, fakes the three. Mignani picks a man up, though. Picks up his dribble, kicks it back out. Mignani playing great tight defense there. Almost stolen by Sartorius. A little bit of a miscommunication there by Central Lee. Mignani saves it, gets it inside to Cohorst. Now Sartorius with it. Pulls up for three, in transition, no good. Mulford gets their own rebound. Back out to Mignani, finds Cohorst. And Mignani now steps inside the arc. Shot's good. Central Lee now with the ball as they trail by 7. 5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Central Lee fouled as they attempt to drive to the hoop there. Central Lee now driving in left and fouled by Jordan Mignani. Will go to the line for 2 shots. Like I said before, Central Lee shooting 80% from the line this season, shooting 48% from the field as Mount Pleasant shoots 47% from the field. As the first free throw goes in. Second free throw goes in as well, 2 for 2 from the line there. Mount Pleasant will now take over. Sartorius with the ball. Kicks it to Mignani left. Mulford up top for 3. Shot is good. Mount Pleasant now leads 12-4. 4 minutes, 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. Central Lee drives in, looks to kick it left, but stolen by Ida, and he's fouled. Mount Pleasant will retain possession. Tucker Johnson checks in for Jonathan Ida for the Panthers. Cohorst in the corner. Johnson now with it. Mignani left for 3, no good. Central Lee with the rebound. Central Lee looking for a foul. Mignani ends up with a steal. Trips out of bounds. It will be Central Lee ball. Central Lee was looking for a foul there. Mignani ended up with a steal. Central Lee almost gets stolen there on the inbound pass. As Mignani bobbles the ball around. Central Lee holds on, but getting guarded very tightly. Man drives in, goes up, gets fouled, shots no good. We'll go to the line for 2 shots. Excuse me, foul was called on the floor, so Central Lee will retain possession, but we'll get no free throws there. They get the ball into Jordan Mignani for the steal, though. Jordan Mignani drives in, kicks it right to Sartorius, puts it up, no good. Central Lee with the rebound. Man up top for Central Lee, drives in, kicks it left corner for 3. Shots airballed. Tucker Johnson gets the rebound for the Panthers. Sartorius now with it. Drives straight on, floats it, no good. Rebounded by Central Lee. 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. Central Lee trails by 8 points. Central Lee looking to get to the hoop, can't find a way yet. They get it inside, goes up for 2 strong, no good. Rebounded by Sartorius. Ball knocked out of bounds. Sartorius gets a little knocked up there as well. Tucker Johnson, Kieran Cohorst, Colin Mulford all check out. Mason Ashton, Jonathan Ida, Rhett Zaglin all check in for Mount Pleasant. Sartorius now with the ball. Zaglin in the corner. Mason Ashton up top for 3. Shots no good. Rebounded by Central Lee. 2.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Man right drives in, floats it, no good. Rebounded by Ashton. Ball's loose. Central Lee ends up with a steal. They get the ball right back. They drive baseline. Ball's tipped and out of bounds. Central Lee will hold on. Central Lee driving right, pulls up, fakes the shot, kicks it off, man drives in, shot's no good. Foul called on Central Lee. Mount Pleasant will take over.
Foul number 12. Evan Doyle is first. Team foul number 4.
Mignani now with it. Over to Ashton. Back to Mignani. Zaglin in the left corner fakes the three. Drives in. Picks up his dribble. Double teamed by Central Lee. Central Lee ends up with another steal. They got 8 seconds to get it past half court. And timeout called by Central Lee. Going into the first timeout of the game.
30-second timeout, Central Lee.
Let's talk a little bit about Mount Pleasant last night. They're now sitting on a solid record of 7-2 after another dominated win, this time against the Washington Demons. The final score was 82-49. Mount Pleasant coming into the game tonight, on average beating teams by 19 points per game, and Central Lee on average beating teams by 10 points per game. And the rebounds show up on the stat sheet. Mount Pleasant averaging 23 rebounds per game, Central Lee with 34 rebounds per game. With a minute 25 seconds left here in the first, we are seeing Central Lee picking up some of them boards. As Mount Pleasant leads Central Lee 12-4. Herner with it for Central Lee. Mignani on man, playing great defense. And foul called on Mignani. Ref didn't like his hands there. As Mulford checks in for Ashton for the Panthers. Central Lee retains possession.
Also from Mount Pleasant, number 2, Keegan.
As well as Keegan Cohorst for Jordan Mignani. Central Lee gets it inside, goes up, ball's loose, and Sartorius ends up with for the Panthers. Kicks it up to Keegan Cohorst in the corner. Looks inside, ball's tipped and stolen by Central Lee. Just under a minute left here in the first quarter. Central Lee drives in, goes up for 2, and it's good. Mount Pleasant with it as they lead by 6 now. 42 seconds left here in the first quarter. Ida with it, kicks it left to Cohorst. Mulford with it up top. Sartorius now with it, looking to make a move. Keegan Cohorst up top, finds Mulford right. 12 seconds left here. Mulford inside, kicks it back up to Keegan Cohorst, wide open in the corner for 3, shots no good. Tipped out of bounds by Jonathan Ida for the Panthers. Central Lee will take over with 3 seconds left here in the first quarter. They get it in bounds. Launches it just inside the half-court line. Shot's good. What a shot. Just inside the half-court line for 3. At the end of the first, Mount Pleasant leads Central Lee 12-9 after that outstanding shot. We'll be back here at the start of the second quarter. we are back here at the start of the second quarter. Sartorius now with it for Mount Pleasant. Mulford left, foul called.
Foul number 24. Jared Brisby, his second. In the game for Central League number 20, Tucker Hawk.
Mount Pleasant retains possession as they're leading centrally by 3 points here at the start of the second. Sartorius now with it. Drives the right baseline. Pulls up, floats it, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up again, missed. And Ida puts it back in for 2. Central Lee with it. Central Lee drives in, kicks it left. Fakes up and gets fouled on the floor by Kieran Cohorst. Central Lee retains possession. Brett Zaglin checks in for Kieran Cohorst for Mount Pleasant. Central Lee gets it in inside, goes up for 2 in the paint, it's good. Mount Pleasant with the ball leading by 3. Mulford up top, kicks it left to Ida. Drives in, back out to Zaglin. Sartorius posting up, doesn't get the ball. Mulford drives in, goes up for 2, and ball loose. Knocked out of bounds, Mount Pleasant retains possession. Sartorius inbounds it to Mulford left. Sartorius inside, spins around, kicks it to Ida for 3. Shot's good. Ball loose out of bounds, and Mount Pleasant will take over, now leading by 6 with just under 7 minutes left here in the second quarter. Sartorius with it, dances around, drives in, layup is good. Great footwork there by Sartorius. Central Lee now with it, trailing by 8. Man picks up his dribble at the logo, gets double teamed, and jump ball called. Central Lee will retain possession. Central Lee gets the inbound pass, bobbles it around, drives in, shots up, foul called on the floor. Excuse me, shooting foul called. We'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Foul number 3, Colin Mulford is first. Shooting 2 for Central League number 10, Isaac Muller.
First free throw is no good. He splits the free throws there, goes 1 for 2. Mount Pleasant now with it, leading by 7. Sartorius drives in, kicks it left as he falls. Mulford for 3, knocks it in.
3-point basket, Colin Mulford.
Good pass there by Sartorius as he fell down. Mount Pleasant now leads by 10. 6 minutes left here in the first half. Central Lee with it, needs to get the ball past half court, and they finally do. Up top for 3, shot's no good. Rebounded by Mulford, and he dribbles it off his foot. Central Lee will take over.
In the game for Mount Pleasant, number 5, Mason Ashton.
Mason Ashton checks in for Colin Mulford for the Panthers. Central Lee up top with the ball now. Driving right, can't get inside. Picks up their dribble. Man drives right, Zaglin on man. Goes up for 2 shots, no good. Rebounded by Tucker Johnson of Mount Pleasant. making his way up the floor. Drives right, puts it up. Fouled as he shoots. Foul is called on the floor. Mount Pleasant does hold on to the possession though.
Samuel Herner is first. Team foul number 6.
Sartorius gets it to Johnson in the right corner. Zaglin posting up inside. Spins right, puts it up and blocked. Great defense there by Central Lee. Blocked out of bounds. Mount Pleasant will hold on. Sartorius gets it into Ashton in the right corner. Ball's loose out of bounds. Ida couldn't control it there. Central Lee will take over. Colin Mulford checks in for Mason Ashton for the Panthers. 5-minute mark here in the first half. Mount Pleasant leads by 10. Man drives inside for Central Lee, puts it up. No good there on the lay-in. Ida with the rebound. Sprinting up the floor and in. Shot is good. Took it coast to coast there. Central Lee now with it. Dishes it right inside. Goes up for 2. Shot is good. Mulford now with it on the other end. Puts a shot up and blocking foul called on Central Lee. Mulford will go to the line for 2 shots.
Number 23, Jacob Frazee, is second. Shooting 2 free throws. Number 3, Colin Mulford.
Mulford's first free throw is good.
In the game for Central Lee, number 30, Austin.
Is good. Sartorius' second free throw goes in as well, puts Mount Pleasant up by 11. 3 minutes, 10 seconds left here in the second quarter. The Central Lee has the ball. Central Lee drives in, goes up for 2, shots good. Central Lee split the Mount Pleasant defenders there. Sartorius crosses right, dishes it over to Johnson in the right corner. Over to Mulford now. Back to Sartorius for